Hi, everybody. Welcome back for episode 2 of the We podcast. My name is Amanda, and as always, I am with the one and only Dr. Art. Good morning, Dr. Art.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. Better actually, better than yesterday.
Yes. I think when we recorded the first episode, we said we were going to record back to back, but it was like 40 degrees so in Rajkot, and it was late in Toronto, so we decided to stop for the day and restart. So is it better today?
It is better, and it's
The
morning,
weather?
so it's very cool now. So I'll be less sweating.
Oh, very good. Very good. It's not a problem at all. As long as the topics don't make you sweat, I think it's okay. It was a really good conversation. I think that we had in the first episode, and we're back for another. So this time we're calling this episode offline. And actually, Doctor, you were just talking. We were just doing our little pre-chat. You were talking about something that you looked up or put together. I want you to start with the opening because I really liked that like first line that kind of like hooked us in. So go ahead. You introduce this one.
So it's like whenever we open social media, if you see either someone life is falling apart or someone is living the perfect life, there is no middle ground to it. It's like that both of them, when you see it, makes you feel something less about yourself, or something, you are lacking something or something wrong with yourself. It's not your conscious effort, but subconsciously you feel the same, like, oh, I wish I could do this, or maybe this is lacking in my life, and which actually ruins the whole like true, you start to perfect your life rather than to live your life. It's that someone else's edited life is making your real life look less perfect in your eye, I think, if I'm making
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah, 100% you are. And you're kind of getting right to the heart of the theme, bringing us. I liked the hook because it kind of throws us right into the middle of what we want to talk about. Calling this episode offline. Uh, our I don't know if I lost track of how they decide who's in what generation, but I think it's a Gen Z will always tell people to go and touch grass because ever since the birth of the internet and Facebook and social media, it's like everybody's chronically online. Technically,
Yeah,
even us on this podcast, we are filming a conversation to post it online so people can come and view. And it's
yeah.
it's kind of like combating against that uh, chronic like gossip and drama culture that you see everywhere. And it is what it is. It people either gossip in real life or now I guess they gossip on the internet, but um,
But it
it
is
is
not
very
that,
like
yeah,
consuming.
yeah, it is not
Hmm.
that we are against the online or social media. It's like it was like when TV came in our life, we had that similar kind of plus and minus, that there is a pro and there is a con. Any new technology, when it enters in your life, you have this kind of similar pro and con things. But
Yeah,
social media somehow
100%.
has, because it is so fast growing thing, and we are not to, like earlier it was like human connection was more. Nowadays people more connect on social media rather than in real life. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at like what happened during COVID when everybody had to go home
Yeah,
and we could only connect online or um and I like that you introduced that idea of balance.
yeah,
So, for example, you and I live in totally different continents. There's a whole ocean between us,
yeah.
so we can only connect
So that's
online
why
unless except for the
I was
times where we get
thinking
to
the
see each other
same
in
thing, that
person.
I'm very grateful
Yeah.
that because of this internet, and because of that I can speak to you without any hesitation at any time, just by phone call away. Like we can chat for hours and hours. We don't have to
Yeah.
worry about. Earlier it was very
Yeah.
expensive also. It was very difficult also, like we had to call a operator and then pay a lot of money for all this thing. So now it has just like
Yeah.
switch on the Wi-Fi and just call you. That's it. So I'm very
Place the
grateful
call.
for that
That's it.
also.
And yeah, and it's worked into your like your internet bill. It's not like you have to pay an extra fee. You
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah,
get a card and
yeah,
track the minutes. We can have our 45-minute chats and
yeah,
and we don't have to worry about added costs. Because it's all built in. So okay, so we introduced two different kind of sides of this. And again, I'm phrasing it as if it's like there's a polarity. I don't mean it in that way. It's just the easiest way to explain it. What do you think is the difference between beyond the obvious that one is a conversation and one is like posting about your life?
yeah.
What do you think brings in anxiety, let's say, for people? Because I think this will get to, and then we can talk about like our personal experience as well, and how we perceive and are on social media or are not. But let's talk about this first. What's the difference in the two situations we just posed? One we're grateful for, one could bring anxiety. What do you think is the difference?
The difference is when I'm with you, like, see, like I'll give you example. My mom is very anxious person. So if she like sometimes has that feeling that my son is in great danger and something, and then if it was not for the internet, or if it was not for the this all this accessibility, she would keep on dwelling in her anxiety, and she would have no way other than waiting for the morning or your night, calling operator, or having that kind of money to be able to afford it. And right now if she is panicking, she just picks up, either calls you or Shiv, and she is okay in two seconds. Like, or she just texts you, and
Mm-hmm.
you text back, and she's like, oh, they're okay, I don't have to worry at all. So this is, I think, positive part of it. We can communicate anytime we want. I don't have to wait to come
Yeah.
to Canada, or you don't have to wait to come to India to speak. Like, every day we speak, like almost for we say 5 minutes, but we almost cross 40 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
this is the
Uh,
positive part about it. Second positive part is like we can
yeah.
communicate
Mm-hmm.
our thoughts, like our we podcast. So if we are thinking something, we
Yeah.
think that it is something which everybody should know, or may someone may benefit from it, then this is a positive part of it, that we can hear podcasts, we can learn about it. YouTube has given us kind of a free university. You can learn anything from YouTube or Google, or you can search anything. Now chat GPT and AI can be becoming more and more easily. Like,
Yeah.
earlier if you have to make
100%.
PPT, then it will take you hours. Now in 10 minutes they generate images, and you can be as quick as you want. So all these things are positive things. There are always positive. But what I
Mm.
feel is social media.
No, 100%.
Yeah. So where I feel social media, where we are aiming for that perfection. Like if someone likes picture, like I will care about my hair, I will care about my face, my outfit. It will, rather than going and enjoying dinner, I will be more occupied in perfect picture, and I will snap 50 of it, and then one of them will feel perfect for me. So that enjoying the ambience and enjoying that company or that place will be less than time goes more. That's what I feel. So we aim for perfection in the social media when we upload something, and your life is in open, so you don't know what kind of people are absorbing that content. And sometimes, like in India, girls can, we still have that problem. So girls can, they can get stalked, or they are not, it's not obvious, but this is one of the problem we face.
Well, I think you're touching on a lot of things. Let me stop you for a
Yeah,
second because I want
yeah,
to cut in
i'm
and,
going
and
i'm going
organize the
all over the
thoughts.
place, I think.
Uh, it's okay. I just woke you up and said, let's do a podcast. So, and it's not that you're not saying good things. I just want to try to focus it a bit,
Agree.
because you touched on a lot of good things. The first thing I'll say is YouTube, we're also on Rumble. So I don't want to leave the Rumblers out. Both of these platforms are where we're able to broadcast this podcast and these conversations. But let me summarize a couple of the things that you said so far.
Yeah,
Because the first thing you talked about was intention, right? Mom's intent when she's calling us, she's checking in. She's not looking for self-validation. She's looking to connect with her son. If we lived next door to you guys, she would just come and knock on our door,
yeah,
right?
yep,
And that would be that. So, versus social media, what's the intent? Right? Maybe you're trying to connect with people if you're posting something because you want your family across the pond to see it, or whoever. But you're also intentionally, so the second piece of that was the audience, right? In the first situation, and even in this situation, the first situation is like a closed audience, like one to
yeah,
one, right?
yeah,
A conversation, you're calling someone, it's just for that person. The second situation, if it's like this podcast or you're posting something to a platform and social media, you're opening yourself up to a public audience. But then I go back to the first point you made, which is intent, right? We are trying to connect West and East.
yep,
We know that the internet brings together a whole bunch of information onto the to the world, and you can look up just about anything. It's difficult to fact check on the internet, so it's also easy for people to have
yeah,
misconceptions, right? And it's easy for, um, especially like we've seen a lot of tension in Canada with immigration and the Indian population. Just like you can Google this and find videos with arguments on both sides. But I'm kind of intentionally wearing this shirt as well, because if people want to look up Shavam's song "Status Common Man," a bit of a plug for my husband there, it he talks about this in the song, and it's something that's close to him, uh, and the cause of the whole anti-East Indian hate campaign. Um, that's a bit of a tangent, but I'll get back to intent. When you're just posting something on social media, a selfie of yourself, and you're talking about young girls getting stalked, or, people getting unwanted attention, it's partly because you don't know who you're posting it for. And I don't even think people like the intent there is oftentimes validation. This is not a judgment, by the
yeah,
way. We've
yeah.
all been there. I got Facebook, I think it came out when I was 12. So a lot of us were too young to even understand what we
Understand.
were doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, now I went on a tangent, but yeah, I really liked those first few points that you were making. Maybe we can build that from here, and we'll pivot to like we have an article, folks, that we looked up from a really awesome author. Um, but sorry, go ahead.
So it's like we are constantly subconsciously comparing each other, and making self rejection kind of a thing, like because it's not
Yeah.
conscious choice. It's like we are hardwired to think that way. We are conditioned that way. That's why
Yes.
we react to everything, we consume everything. We don't see that conscious, like if it's called I think doom scrolling, that you open one reel and you end up seeing
Oh.
like many reels, and your whole algorithm there is like it's better now. They are also making it better, but it is designed that way that you stay attached to the product or whatever they're selling us. So it's
100%.
like you keep on
100%. Oh,
your mind is not they doesn't give you your mind to you end up watching, oh I'm just watching comedy, oh I'm just watching cooking video, oh I'm just watching this. That is nothing wrong in that, nothing wrong in that, but you are using your precious time of now for absorbing something which is too much load for your brain and which is not necessary. And because your subconscious is 95% of your brain and you are consciously doing 5% only, it it doesn't filter things, it takes it as is it. So you need to have that kind of intellectual or the relationship with your subconscious that gives you control in, not actually we don't have control in our life, that is a myth actually. But it gives you a filter to what affects you or what doesn't affect you, I think. And
yes.
I got this
Yeah,
clearance
I
after
agree.
a long many years in my life. I was very like I never had this awareness that we can think like this and our thoughts makes who we are.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole like department in tech called UX design, like the user experience, and literally web pages.
Yeah.
All of this is designed to
Keep
give you the,
keep
what is
us
it, the happy
engaged,
hormone? I'm not a
keep us
scientist. You can tell
engaged, give
people.
us dopamine,
This
little
keep you
bit dopamine, so we
engaged.
don't
Yes, there it is.
search for anywhere else, because all we are seeking is what do you say, validation from something.
Yes, and
We keep on constantly,
the
unless and
dopamine
yeah.
detox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
that's the
remember,
book that you
yes,
recommended.
dopamine detox.
Hmm.
I learned it from there. So
Hmm.
subconsciously, we are
Yes.
internalizing everything, whatever we are seeing. If you see that, if you keep absorbing same kind of content, your mind is like it is acceptable, and then you keep on, it doesn't. You don't do it consciously, but you keep on accepting things which may not be ideally acceptable for you, but you don't know it clearly. It's very like it's
Yeah.
another discussion, it's a huge
Mhm.
discussion, but I'm just
Do
giving
you
it in a brief.
No, no, but you also we talked about this in the first episode, so this is a
Yeah.
good connect that
Yeah.
you talked about the subconscious and we're gonna start to sound like psychologists. That's not the intent, but it's worth mentioning that this is something that you don't always consider.
Yeah.
You honestly, obviously don't consider it because it's your subconscious, but you're constantly feeding it information.
Yeah.
And uh, I'm very grateful that you have gone on this journey because I've seen the progress that, you know what I mean, you've made, but it's like selfishly helped me too, and Shiv, because, in terms of social media, and in terms of like being online, I mean, I used to be terrible for doom scrolling, and I love to watch like certain YouTube channels that I kind of feel like I'm kept in this sphere of like ultimate truth, or I'm like, looking at these different stories, and it's good. The content that I consume is intentional, and I'm more mindful about it. But before
We all are
I feel like
seeking. Yeah.
it was too all consuming. Yeah.
We all are seeking something, and we
And
don't know, and we feel that there is some purpose we need to find, and that will enlighten us, and then we will go like we'll be liberated something. But you can be still alive and be
mm,
liberated. The only thing is our surrounding, our this thing keeps in the like survival mode, because we have lot of
yeah,
things to
it's
worry
very
about.
true.
Yeah. And mind is something
Yeah.
which doesn't live
It's
in present, it lives either in past or it in future. Either you are dreaming about something, or you are
yeah,
worrying about something from past, that this should not, I should not
something
repeat
that
it.
happened.
We forget that
Yeah.
right now is something which either be, I cannot have this moment later.
Yes. Yep. So I think this is a good pivot then to the article that we can drop a link for it.
Yeah.
And there's no like official sponsor unless Mark Manson, you happen to stumble upon this podcast and think we're awesome enough to come on the show. I think should we start our list? Last season rather, we made a list, right, of
Yeah.
people who are welcome on the podcast.
Yeah.
So the first welcome of season 2 will be
Mark
Mark
mentioned.
Manson. Um, because the reason why I think this is a good pivot, what you're touching on and what we've been kind of talking about too is like social media, all of these are industries, right? So it's a business. They need to make money. They make money in certain ways, and one of those ways is engagement. So if you don't set boundaries for yourself, and this is something that doesn't just have to be with the internet, but uh, setting healthy boundaries is a great way to be intentional so that you can keep that balance.
Yeah.
Nothing, things just are. They're not good or bad. They just are, and we put that meaning on
Yeah.
top of it,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't want to label social media bad and like be extreme with your behavior, it's good to set boundaries. So Mark Manson has written a few books. The most popular, I think, is still The Subtle Art of
Not
not
giving f.
not yeah not giving an F. We won't say the word because I don't want to be censored on on YouTube. Uh, but he has many, like he has a
But
podcast now. I get his email blasts. I think weekly he sends them, and there's lots of good information in there. I cut you off. Sorry.
No, no,
What were you
no.
going to say? And then
That's
let's
fine.
touch on some of the points
That's
from
fine.
the
It
article.
is like
Yeah.
when I would it. I don't know if you find it funny, but now right now I find it funny because the title was such. When I came across those
Yeah.
books earlier, I was like, I don't think so. I should read this because it was in my conditioning that this word should not be explored. It is something you
Yeah.
should
It it's
not
rebellious.
say.
Oh, it's such a yeah.
But they are awesome
Yeah.
books.
Oh, they're very good. To be honest, my father used that word a lot, just in his daily life because he worked in construction, I think. So I was kind of immune to it. But yeah, I agree. It's a really like talk about like a punchy title.
uh,
And all of his writing though what I like about it is it feels so accessible and like such a breath of fresh
yeah,
air because I feel like he doesn't circle around the point. He just gets right to it, right? Like so in this article that we'll share the link for, it literally is like he talks about the guide to strong relationship boundaries.
yeah,
Um, I'll ask you first. What was your favorite thing? And then I have the article up on my phone, folks.
yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna read like just a little bit of it. But yeah, what was your, I guess, favorite point or what stood out the most about it to you that we can connect to this episode?
So what happened was in 2022 when I was struggling through depression, and I consulted like I was taking therapy, and my therapist told that you don't have boundaries, you need to set boundaries. And I was like, what the hell are
Oh,
boundaries?
wow.
No one is telling me that
That
you
that
need
would
to
be hard to hear.
understand what is boundary.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but who will tell me what is boundary? No, but you will understand, you have to say this, you have to say that, and I'm still was not able to understand what is boundary. So he, in this article, if you see, you will find a clear line that he explains that there are two type of people. If you can read, I think it's on the third or fourth line, that there are two people of boundaries there. Either they will totally, their emotional will locus will be from others happiness, like they will do everything for others. And I'm just getting the gist, I'm not reading line to line. And the second people will be no matter what they do, they will feel that others are responsible for their emotions. So and he gave us a
I
clear
think it's
cut
around what are personal
idea of
boundaries.
boundaries, what kind of boundaries. And it's there are plenty, like I connected to the author. There are many other authors who explains us, but this clicked with me. And I could understand what is boundary. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
common,
And
if you ask
and that
someone else
gets to
that
the
what is
heart
a
of his
common
writing.
conception, they will say, I'm not able to say no, that is boundary. But that is just one aspect of it. There are many type of boundaries. There are physical boundaries, mental
Yeah.
boundaries. There are many things which you can learn about it. So it's about
And they're all
yeah,
connected.
you
Yeah.
say.
No, no, you were finishing. You said it's about.
It's about like understanding what is boundary for you. You make your boundaries definition and you are responsible for that. It's not that what I understood is like this is my boundary, you cannot cross it. It's not that. It is that you are taking accountability of
Mm,
your emotion. You are taking accountability of what you like or you dislike. It's not that Amanda is doing something, that's why I'm not liking it. It's that I am not liking it because
mm.
it is me. So I think that
Yeah.
concept is very clear in this article.
Yeah. So, there's a part I found the part that I was gonna read, but you kind of touched on it. Personal boundaries, self-esteem, and identity. Personal boundaries and self-esteem go hand in hand. Taking responsibility for your own actions and not blaming others. He says are two of the pillars, and he references another book, Six
Yeah,
Pillars of Self-Esteem.
yeah,
Then he talks about another way to think about boundaries is identity. So I I'm a huge believer of taking extreme accountability because that was something that was hard for me growing up. I was very quick to get into like the victim mode.
me too. I
Probably
was
because I got MS at 17, but I'm not going to make an excuse. I'm going to take accountability. I did it. So, uh, yeah, I think that that's something that's difficult with setting boundaries.
yeah,
But it's a great article, folks. Go and read it. We kind of touched on it a little bit. We can put the link in the description. for you. And check out Mark Manson. Sir, you are welcome on the We podcast. We'd love to have a conversation with you. And if nothing else, I hope that more people check out your work, because I'm not kidding. I get the email blast, I read it. Sometimes I send it to you. I send it to Shoshiv, and it really helps. So it's not offline though. You have to be online for that. So see, balance, bringing it full
So
circle.
coming back to the topic, it's like it's what you consume or what you know put what you emotionally invest in, that you need to decide on online presence, and give
Yeah,
yourself some
yeah,
time to be offline. It's like I don't engage with the content which makes me feel small. Like I know what makes me feel small. We all are perfect
yeah.
the way we are. We are imperfectly perfect human beings, but still
Hmm.
we are learning, and we are still in that transient transaction what do you say, transformation zone, where
Transitory.
we are
Yeah,
learning
yeah.
about ourselves. Even I don't know fully things what triggers me. Sometimes I feel that, oh, I react this way. Earlier I didn't have idea. Now when I go back to the situation, I make a note and I keep on learning about myself. I think in my whole life I
Yeah.
had never given in myself so much importance, which I am giving from past 3 years. So it's like it's not
That's
about I don't
powerful.
need to react to every opinion. I don't need to take everything personally. It's about what helps me emotionally. I will engage to that more, and what fulfills
Hmm.
me, or what makes me understand about myself more. And it's about self respect rather than just following every what everybody is doing. Like if someone is going, like
Yeah.
there are trends, right? So trends are what? Trends are
Hmm.
good, I'm not against trend. But if you are doing it for your personal choice, that is a different thing. And you are just doing it because everybody is doing it, that is a different thing. So that difference you need to make out.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. I don't even think I'd have anything else to add there. Like I think that might even be the perfect way to end the episode because you kind of summed it up, right? It's about being intentional about what content you're consuming, um, knowing yourself, taking care of yourself, and I guess everything on the internet can be kind of fake when you look really closely at it. So, uh, you know, keeping that healthy skepticism is okay, and enjoying is okay too.
We are
I
here to
will
live. Yeah.
always want to look at cute cat videos on the internet. I will always be down for a cute cat video. So if that's my scrolling, I could spend 15 to 20 minutes looking at that and be okay. But
But
yeah, at the end of the day, we're only human. Yeah. So I'll give you the final word, Dr. Art, and then I
so
think we can wrap this up. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I would say your life is not a content. Your life is for living. So make contents,
Yes.
enjoy your life. Be mindful about what you are putting it out there and what you are absorbing. Be when you will be aware about it, slowly slowly you will transition from self sabotage to self love, because people talk about self love a lot but they don't understand. So be the person who understands your
Yes.
own self, enjoy your life, and be online offline, both is fine, just as long as you want to do it and your intent is to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Well said. And continue watching the We podcast. No, I'm just kidding. That's our shameless plug. uh, that was a perfect way to end it, Dr. Art. Thank you. This is a really good conversation. I think we're off to a strong start. We are 2 episodes in. We have more to bring to you folks. But for now, we will leave it there for the second episode of the second season of the West East podcast. And hopefully we can continue to film at a time of day when it's not super hot because Dr. Art has to turn off her AC to do this. So I very much appreciate that. Have a great week, everybody. Drop us something in the comments if you want to add, if you are a Mark Manson fan, you want to tell us some articles or something you like from him. If you have an opinion that you want to give about being online, being offline, things that you've learned, we would love to engage with you in the comments. and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next episode. For now, though, say bye, Dr. Art.
Bye bye, and thank you for letting me speak my mind always.
Oh, I love it when you speak your mind. It's literally why I want to do this with you every week, forever and ever and ever. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
4 for my city. No, I'm the one who'd go to war for my city. 5 for my city. 6 is my city. Holla at me if y'all vibe with my city. Come try on my city. Don't you lie in my city. Symbol the truth. I'll fight for my city.
The West East podcast is part of the We campaign, also known as Anti-East Indian Hate Campaign by Vairagya Entertainment. You can weigh in on the conversation in the meantime in our comments section or on our social media. You can also visit www.imshivam.net/w.e. Remember, Vasudev Kutumbakam. We are all one family. Until next time.